Crypto.com, Crowcoin holders. I want to come on here and give you guys a quick video and give you guys my thoughts on what I think about Crypto.com, where Crowcoin is going to be headed. So, without further ado, welcome back to Crypto Report. I'm maxi. Hit that like button, hit that bell, subscribe to the channel. Let's hop this video. All right, guys. We are starting off here on the daily time frame, and we are looking at Crowcoin. We made ourselves come all the way to about 12 cents back when the AMA news came out, and everyone got pretty excited about that. And now we're starting to slowly find our way, breaking below a very important support level around 10 cents. Guys, we really want to reclaim 10 cents on the daily time frame. If we close below it, unfortunately, we'll be back to the magnet once again of 0.0830 cents level, this yellow line here. Anytime we're below 10 cents, I expect to get pulled to it. Anytime we're below 0.0830, I expect to get pulled to it. This is a very, very important support and resistance level. It's very, very strong. It's a magnet, okay? But I will say that right now, the overall macroeconomics of the world right now, we had our Liberation Day. We had all these tariffs come out. A lot of people are uncertain. The traditional market had a 4% sell-off in after hours, the S&P 500. That's pretty incredible. Very, very curious to see how the market opens this week. And I think that a lot more of a clear idea of where risk on assets are going to be headed and really where this entire crypto bull market / cycle is going to be headed for the rest of 2025 in the next coming weeks here, okay? I do want to say I do expect more volatility to come on Crowcoin. I do expect us probably to break down, at least try to come near 0.0830 or at least wick up and not close below 10 cents. Really don't want to see these daily candle closures below this blue line at 0.0992, aka about 10 cents. We can wick below it. We can wick below it and come back up here and regain it and find our way, making our way back up. But guys, if Bitcoin's breaking down and the traditional market's breaking down, it's going to pull Bitcoin and Crowcoin down with it. But if you want to take advantage of this volatility, check out in the description box below or the pinned comment down below. We have a $5,000 sign bonus to Blowfin, as well as there's some awesome rewards. If you use that link, you deposit, trade a little bit, you sign up. It's KYC free. You can get a bunch of awesome rewards. You can get like a Rolex with, I forgot how much trading volume, but if you trade a bunch, you get a bunch of cool rewards. So feel free to check that out. Especially right now, because right now I expect some big volatility. Cronos is sitting ranked 34, down about 3.29% in the past 7 days, down about 10% in the past 24 hours. We've been taking quite a beating here. Man, being below 10 cents, I do not like to see that. Really was hoping that we found ourselves at a new level, that we bottomed out, but it's really, really hard to fight the macroeconomics of the world. When the traditional market is negative, you're going to have a tough time holding up, especially in a risk-on asset scenario such as Cronos and Crypto.com, guys. But we're sitting at a $2.6 billion market cap, so we've lost about $400 million over the past few days. It is a big sell-off. But you look at Bitcoin here, and we keep testing 88,000 right here, this yellow line. If we test it as resistance, I expect a breakdown, guys. I do expect bearish continuation on the daily time frame. I do expect to come down here and test $73,000 to $75,000. You look at the weekly time frame as well. It really is it's not as bad as the daily. It's not as damning, I'll say, but it does look like we're starting to bottom out a little bit. I'll be looking for a green dot here on Market Cipher. The money flow is starting to turn a little. The green is coming down, but we still have plenty of time to really bottom out and not say, okay, guys, this party is over. But that being said, we need to be looking at the traditional market. You guys watched my Pepe video from the other day, or if you remember and you watched it right after I posted this, or right before I posted this, I was talking about this. You know, there's two things that can happen right here for the S&P 500. And why are we talking about the S&P 500? Because this is the most important thing. This is the catalyst for where Crowcoin and crypto heads in the next coming months here, okay? We broke March lows. We're below March lows. Below 5,500. Yes, this could just be a trap. This could be a trap. It could be a bear trap, and we could bounce, and everything will be hunky-dory. Everything will be fine. But if this is not a trap, and we break down below it, I say that we're probably going to be finding our way around 5,000 on the S&P 500 and probably put us into a recessionary period. They'll set us up for 6 to 18 months, give or take. On average, a recession is about 12 months, okay? So keep that in mind. I think actually the average is 8 months, 8 to 12. But I think we will have a chance at a recession if we do start to find our way down here, especially if we start getting some closures. And guys, this is nothing to scoff at. This drawdown, like this is a big drawdown. We're down, I think, 12% right now in after hours. Yeah, about 11.5%. That's a big drawdown, and this will impact crypto. This will impact Bitcoin, and it will impact Crowcoin. And guys, I don't like being a bear, but I need to be honest with you and tell you guys what I'm seeing in these markets. And I think that we're in for a little bit of pain. We're in for a little bit of pain and some sideways, boring price action. We could chop sideways for 3 months. We could chop sideways until the end of Q3, okay? But I will not say this bull market cycle is over until the fat lady sings, and that is October 2025, okay, guys? Really going to be paying attention to what's going on here, but I'll tell you what. I will tell you what I'm doing right now, guys. I am buying Bitcoin. I am buying equities. And the lower this dip goes, the more I'm going to be buying. I can weather this storm. If Bitcoin trades around 68,000, we break below 73K. Really, breaking below 73K, in my opinion, is an indication that we are probably that the bull market's over, unfortunately. That this is not a local top. This would be a macro cycle top. If we break below 73, break below 68K and start putting some weekly candle closures below it, okay? We can wick below it. We can wick below 73K. That's absolutely fine. By the time we start to see closures, I'm going to say, hey, guys, probably going to have to wait a little while. Probably going to go into a little bit of a recessionary period. Now, I said in my Pepe video the other day as well, I said breaking below 73K on Bitcoin will probably indicate that we are in a recession as well, especially if we're seeing closures below it. Closures below it, because that means the S&P 500 probably brought us down with it. And my target is around 5,000, guys. We could break down all the way to 5,000 on the S&P 500, which would be a drawdown of nearly 20%, that is a big sell-off, okay? That is a big sell-off for the traditional market. So it's not, it is a big deal if we see that play out, but it will come with massive opportunity, all right, guys? Massive opportunity. And you're going to see me on crypto Twitter. Follow me at 333 Black Sea. I'm going to be way more active on there in the coming weeks here. You're going to be seeing me posting what I'm buying, because I'm going to start buying this dip heavy if we break down below and get near 5,000 the S&P 500. But guys, I just want to come on here and give you guys my opinion on crypto.com and Crowcoin right now. Being below 10 cents, pretty rough. Probably going to end up finding our way near 0.0830, the yellow magnet, I like to call it. But we could retake it. We could reclaim it. This could be a trap in the S&P 500. It's so funny that we're talking about the traditional market, the S&P 500, when we're in basically the same type of scenario that Crowcoin's in. It could be a trap, like breaking below 10 cents on Crowcoin. Could be a bear trap, just like the S&P 500 breaking below 5,500. It could be a bear trap before we bounce. Okay, guys? So you got to be paying very close attention to what's happening here if you guys are a Crowcoin bull or you want to be longing. But right now, I am very, very cautious. I am looking very, very closely at these markets, and really, I'm just looking to buy. But guys, if you like this type of content, please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel right now. Hit that bell. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.